Hello guys, welcome to this video. Today I'll be answering the question, is it worth buying a film point and shoot from the 1980s and does it deliver really good image quality? Today I have two examples for you. The first is a Fuji TW-200 II with date back. This camera was released in 1986 and it has a unique feature where when you load the film, it will wind all the film onto the take-up spool and rewind the film as you take every shot. This is in reverse to normal film cameras. It's meant to provide protection if the camera back is opened accidentally. The interesting part is this camera, as you can see on the front, it has a 38mm and a 65mm dual focal length lens, and all you have to do is twist this ring and it will give you that focal length. The second camera that I have is actually my grandfather's camera. It's a Canon Top Twin. Sold here in Asia, but in other markets it may be called the Canon Tele or the Autoboy Tele in Japan. And this is also a dual focal length camera. It has a 40mm and 70mm lens, f2.8 versus f4.9, and it also has a date back function just like the Fujifilm. The main difference here is that it has a soft filter. You can see it's like a mist filter for portrait shots. And it also has a multiple exposure button here, a backlight compensation function so you can really get those backlit shots.
Today I'll be taking you on a walking photo vlog journey through the streets of Hong Kong. I wanted to find out if there's a difference between these two cameras from the same era in the same price bracket. Which one comes out on top?
The film we'll be using today is the Fujifilm 400. This is an inexpensive film. It delivers good contrast in colors and it develops very well. We'll start with the Canon camera. Pop the back, align the tail like so. Pull out the tail so that the end is right at the indicator. Close the back. And you'll see that it auto winds the first one. On the Fujifilm, it's a little bit different. You pop it up just like this, and you kind of slip the whole thing in through the gap. Just like that. Then you close the back, and we will wind up all the film to the end. All right.
It's a beautiful day in Central. Let's get this blind test started. You pick which camera produces the better shots.
Coming across this backlit scene, thought it was really nice how the light is coming off the building. Let's take a shot. What was interesting, watching the uncle smoke down these stairs is also interesting as well. I'm gonna try to get a shot.
Good opportunity to test the tele and compressing the scaffolding layers against the buildings behind.
Taking a shot of the scaffolding. Try to focus on that guy sitting there. Do a vertical.
Heading up to Yat Gyun.
師傅，影唔影得相？唔該，師傅。
Yat Gyun is a great spot to test wider shots. The geometry is really interesting.
We'll try the close focus capabilities. This cafe could be good. Now we're going to Graham Street Market. Crossing here. Really iconic location here.
Graham Street Market, been running since the 1840s.
Could be nice to capture some fluorescence. Really nice historic area here. Wow, look at that. Shot's too good not to take. Just want to get a scene right here. Get the shot.
We're here at Gok Street, a great mix of old and new. There's a bar called Koa that made the world's 50 best bars in 2025.
Oh, it's nice to walk down here. Try to shoot it over this car. Well, let's see if this guy moves. Seems like no. This here is called Tong Street. Pretty famous street for antiques. Actually, this laundromat is pretty interesting, so might just go ahead and do that. Take a couple more shots here. See if we can get this uncle on his chair. Not good. Heading down to Bottom Strand.
This shot looks pretty mega.
Descending down into Shipwan. Over here at Bottom Strand. A lot of traditional and modern shops here. The sign could be interesting. Let's take a picture of that. Let's move to a different location. Not so much happening here. Taking a photo of the Oyster Market here. Trying to catch a tram. Now we're here at the dried seafood market on Daewoo Road West, selling some goods you won't usually get elsewhere in the world. So moving to the next location. This is a nice view here. Hopefully with all the carts. Let's give it a go. This could look interesting. Wow. Pretty cool here. Children playing here. Forgive the noise. Just gonna get one more picture here. Let's get on the subway and let's get over to Kennedy Town. What are we doing here though? Doing roasted chestnuts. Gonna grab a couple shots here. This is an iconic Haikong scene. We're also over here in Forbes Street. This is a pretty hip area. We'll just try to get a picture of the people taking side view. Winston's Coffee. Aesthetic coffee shop. Some iconic Hong Kong minibuses. Look really nice, all in a row. This is a good scene right here, down the front of the intersection right here. Let's get the building as well. Should I get it? Whoa, whoa. All right, look at this golden hour. Look at that angle right here. So we can get this tram here. This is the renowned Arabica coffee shop. Very aesthetic as it's right on the water. The sky here looks really nice, contrasted with the cab here. We'll shoot this vertical.
I've got an additional shot on the Canon remaining.
From a mistake I made earlier. Juxtaposition of the commercial with the coffee shop as well. One shot left for each camera. This is the reason why it's such a good hangout spot. It's because you get this sea view. You sit here, enjoy the sea view. Just shoot this. Car in the foreground, view in the background. This looks nice. Let's do it. As you can see, it's rewinding to the last frame, and it's ready to go. And you can see it's rewinding, respooling all the film. Alright, so finally both cameras are empty. We will unload each one. First, it's the Fuji. You just pop open the back here like that, and then you just kind of slip the roll of film out, just like that. I will put one in the canister, and I'll unload the other one, so we know which is which. This one is the Fuji. So left the MTR, heading up to my preferred photo lab here in Hong Kong. It's called Yat Gyun. Literally means one roll. They do quite a lot of services here. I'll make sure we get the high-res scan. It's extremely affordable. Here it is. Hello， 你好，想晒相嘅，呢個有可以啊。好，咁想麻煩你，因為兩個都係 Fuji， 但係兩部唔同相機，想你 mark 翻呢個就你就照 mark 啦，普通啦。呢個就係 Canon 嘅。
哦，咁我就 mark 翻 Canon。
想加 high res？
兩個都係。
係兩個都 high res，唔該。150 ，OK。好啊，唔該晒。So that concludes my walking photo vlog of Hong Kong, comparing these two film cameras from the 1980s. I hope you made your choice, because camera A was the Fujifilm and camera B was the Canon. Let me know which one you preferred. I found it was pretty subjective based on composition. The Fujifilm, more often than not, managed to get the exposure correct and the focus correct, whereas the Canon somewhat liked to auto-exposed, and that resulted in some missed shots. However, both cameras have given me very good image quality in multiple different situations. In terms of price, you really can't fault these. I bought the Fuji for 3,300 Japanese yen, and I paid 2,200 for the spare of my grandpa's camera. You can see this is the Japan model saying Autoboy Tele, and my grandpa had the Asian model called the Canon Top Twin. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this look into Hong Kong and film photography. I'll see you in the next one.